What's up? How's everyone doing? Let's see if this is working. Half the time I don't do this right. Settings, audio, check. All right. Looks like we might be doing it right the first time. Good morning, Sam Online. How'd my birthday go? It was good. It was busy. I mean, it's pretty much just a Tuesday afternoon for me. Tuesday for me. I did get a massage, which was nice. What else did I do? I got a cake. Some friends bought me a cheeseburger for lunch. And then we had pizza and a cake, which incidentally had red frosting on it. And it looked like I ate a raw rabbit in the forest. But I think it's all off now. Yeah. But thank you for asking. Birthday was great. Aloha, Space Ricky. How are you? Let's do this. Cam Club. I like that. Scott Wallers. I call it the Cam Fam. We are all part of the Cam Fam. Are we live? We are live. Feliciano. For a second, I thought I missed this. But just in time. Very cool. Very cool. Jay Bird. Morning coffee breath from Tallahassee. I'm still indulging. But this is, I think, the last cup of the pot. Steve Gray, how are you? Steve, you'd appreciate this. I'm going to talk about some records today. Amongst other things, a lot of people are going to win some stuff today. These are records that are put out, and I know the name of the recording studio is probably... People will probably think about it from another name. It's Penthouse Records, but it's not associated with the Penthouse that you're probably thinking about at all. Live at the Penthouse. So one of my patrons, his dad owned a jazz club in Seattle. And so they recorded all of the performances. So Charlie is his name. They have gone back to get the rights to release all these records. So they're these wonderful jazz records. And I'll share I don't want to type in penthouse.com. I need to figure out exactly what the link is. And I'll put it into the description here. So, yeah. Anyway, very nice. Very nice of him. He sent me a few. They have CDs too. So a ton of cool stuff. Like I said, I'll link it in the description. I'm trying to think, even cassettes. I'm trying to see if there's a website on here. Seller Live, maybe? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Wow, we got some super chats rolling, and you all are very nice. Hi-Fi Cave, $27.99. Buy yourself a cheeseburger and a drink. Thank you. You know, even if you go to, I don't know if you have Whataburger, even McDonald's, like you go get it's like $10 now for a meal. Good morning to you, Jared Russell. We had another super chat. Bubblehead, supersize that burger and drink. Yes. Will $6.88. Thank you so much. Ed is in the house. Hello, Ed. I saw Chris Studebaker. There he is. Happy belated birthday from Madison, Wisconsin. Thank you, Chris. It was good. I'm now officially in my late 40s. But that's okay. I feel awesome. Hey, Randy from Sri Lanka. Hey to you. Akia. Supan, Steve Azaidman. Steve's one of my patrons, and Steve had a great adventure. Steve has had probably a year of great adventures, searching for, I would call them Grail pieces. So he's into vintage audio. I'm getting rid of this chair. This chair is ridiculous. It's terribly squeaky. Anyway, Steve is into vintage audio. He's a Mac fan. More importantly, he's an ADS speaker fan. And he has been searching and searching and searching for some ADS speakers. And he may have found something. Finally. All right. Morning, y'all from Southwest Missouri. Brent. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's see if we get any more super chats. And thank you so much for the super chats. 5 p.m. in Alicante. I think it's Spain. Spain. I really want to take a vacation. Hola, Jay. Hey, Shooter, any plans on reviewing the new Klipsch RP subs? No, but there's a press conference, I think on Monday. So I don't know what they're going to talk about, but I'm going to attend it virtually. It's a virtual press thing. So I'll attend it and see what they are releasing. I think they don't like me. So I'm hoping that I can kind of reconnect with them and they'll like me and send me stuff. Edward Lagenza, $5 with Godzilla on there. Very nice. Thank you, Edward. Hey there, Randinator. What's up to you, Lambert? What's up, Lambert Star? Okay. Good morning from Colorado Springs. Good morning. But it's a brisk, nice spring morning. The average audiophile. Not Godzilla. It's my cat. There's something wrong with your cat. Speaking of cats, I had to make cat ears last night. So one of my kids at school, they get to dress up as their favorite Letterland character. I'm not the best at reading emails from the school when they come out. And anyway, they had an open house last night. And somebody was talking about what's your daughter going to dress up as? And I'm like, oh. Anyway, so I had to make some cat ears and strap them to one of those hair things. So not bad in a pinch, but I really should have been better prepared. Yeah. But she has something to wear. Lots of super chats rolling in. Edward Laganza. Yep. Okay. We already got that one. Michael McAnulty. Very cool name. Here's a very small donation to your chair. Oh, thank you, Michael. Yeah. This could be the chair. What am I trying to say? The charity for today could be me, and it could be a new chair. And very appreciative, Michael. Thank you so much. Vinyl Joe, $1.99. Hi from ATX. Great job on the Matt and Bob show. Oh, thank you. That has to be one of the highlights since I started the channel. I had the best time. It was so much fun. I really, really enjoy it. And it's ironic because like terrestrial radio and stuff, like it's a huge audience, of course, but it's different. It's a lot different audience from YouTube because on YouTube, it's worldwide right now. But it was really interesting, and just the vibe and the energy that they played off of is so much fun. Ton of fun. Ed Homewood, get yourself a piece of birthday cake. Ooh, I had way too much birthday cake last night, Ed. Actually, I don't know if they took a picture of me, but my daughter made me take a bite of it without a fork first. And so it looked like I ate a clown. So I had all this frosting all over my face. Let your buddy know I have ADS 810 for sale. Cool. Might be too late, but it had me looking at ADS speakers. There's a pair in Bryan, Texas, which is Bryan College Station, where Texas A&M is at. And I looked at it and I'm like, I'm going to want these. But then I was like, there's zero chance that I'm driving down to Bryan College Station. Bought some 710s yesterday. Been after them for a while. Good luck with your sale. Very cool. Should we give something away? Y'all want to give something away? What should we give away first? So the three things that we're giving away today are the Black Ice tube amp, the Numi Silks, and the XSG XLR7. They are speakers from Crane Music and Theater, I think is the name. And they have Snell enclosures and then a DePaulito array. So yeah. Let's see. What time is it here? It's 10 in the morning. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Your Thrasher t-shirt daughter. Laugh out loud. That comment was funny. I have Thrasher Vans. So I doubled down on the Thrasher thing with her because she was giving me grief about my Vans shoes. So I found a pair of Vans that actually have the Thrasher logo all over them. So now I have Thrasher Vans. Good morning, Mark. All the way from Melbourne, Australia. Good morning. Need cheap pair RCA speakers. I don't know if RCA is around anymore. You probably could find some RCA speakers online. Somewheres. Brian Romska says, oh man, that tube amp sounds great. Jay Dryer's birthday was on Sunday. Happy birthday from Sunday. What was that, the 4th? No, I think that was the 5th. Yeah. I had a bunch of friends that have early March birthdays. All right, let's vote on it. What do you want? Black Ice Audio. Let's go. Tube amp, Numi speaker, or the other speaker? Which one do you want? Greetings from Wisconsin. Hi from Canada. No? Question mark? Oh, people are having conversations, which is cool. We'll answer this question. Hey, if using balanced out from a CD player, will it cancel the other outputs? I'm getting a preamp and want to AB my. Oh, okay. I understand. So if you're running a balanced out, will you get a signal out of the RCA? I don't know. Some products do that. Some do not. Some just have all the outputs going at the same time. So the best thing to do would be just try it if you have it. But it's a case by case basis. Some components do that. Some do not. All right, we have one vote for the valve amp. We have another vote for the tube amp, another vote for the tube amp, another vote for the Black Ice, another vote for the amp, another vote for the tube amp, another vote for tubes, tube amp, amp. Okay, I think we've come to consensus. Okay, the Black Ice Audio. All right, let me get this. That is not it. I need to get, okay. Black Ice Audio. All right. So, do that. First and last name. Copy. Go over here to the random picker. Paste. Pick a random item. So exciting. So exciting. All right. We have a winner. Now I have to go and make sure that they live in the United States. Otherwise, we're going to have to pick again. And if you're from overseas or outside the U.S., you're going to get something. I just don't know what it is yet. Oh, we got some multiple entries here. All right. Okay. So the winner of the Black Ice Audio tube amp does live here in the U.S. Lives in the fine state of New York. All right. Now, if you do win, I will reach out to you via email. So if there's any comments on this, anything about like not Instagram, WhatsApp or anything like that, not me. Okay. So the winner is Christopher Creech from New York, from Buffalo, New York. So I don't know if you're on here, but Christopher Creech, which is a cool name, won the Black Ice Audio. We had a lot of entries. The Black Ice had the most entries out of anything. Black Ice equals Jolita, but that is cool for me. I have had Jolita in the past. Fake name. I don't know. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's give it up for Long Island, New York. All right. Feliciano says, congrats. I need to find. I am going to Google this, and hopefully it doesn't come up something bad. Penthouse Records. Penthouse Records. All right, cool. I think this may be it. I want to share this out. I don't remember the exact. Here, I'll share this out. But I don't remember if this is the exact place, but I know they're associated somehow. All right. 2 new budget skit amps. Any plans to review yet? Probably. I have. I'm going down there at the end of the month, so I'm sure I will talk to them about their new amps. Faux show. I have the latest Modi and Magni, though, so I need to do a review on that. But yeah, I imagine I'll be getting. I think they're really low powered though. They're only like 10 watts, maybe. $5. Eduardo Carraz. Tragedy at my house. It's $5. Thank you so much. My new 75-inch LG fell off the wall mount. Anyway, how the heck does one dispose of one of these monsters? Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, man. That would break my heart. Did it like tear out the threaded inserts or something? Or did the whole thing come out of the wall? I personally, I'm in Fort Worth, and they have, it's not the dump, but it's kind of like a consolidation area where, like, if you have bulk trash or something, you can go there, and then they have a whole bunch of huge dumpsters, and you can put stuff there. Anyway, they have an electronics section. So if you have old TVs, stereos, or whatever, and I've perused it before, and I've taken something out of there before, and I got, don't do that. But then the guy was like, listen, if you want anything out of there, just talk to us first. You could probably have it. But yeah, anyway, I took a vintage receiver out of there one time, and I got a tongue lashing. So you may have, I don't know where you live, but you may have something like that. We have bulk trash as well. And then I just set out stuff. What I usually do, though, is I've given away working TVs before. I just put them on the curb, tape a thing to it, said this is working, actually tape the remote control to it, and just wait for someone to pick it up. Try any Chesky recordings. Yes. Actually, Steve Gutenberg hooked me up with the Chesky folks. So I have heard a lot of them. Very good. Very good. Have you tried the newer Peachtree amp? I haven't tried any Peachtree amps. So no, I haven't. I would totally do it. Totally do it. Can you check what I bought on eBay? All caps. I don't know what you bought on eBay, James. It's in the Smithsonian. Old Crow says, hey, Randy, my wife on Big Island is roasting you the coffee, and I'm trying to get you some Lily Koi butter too. Are you in Hawaii? Oh, Old Crow, can I come out there and stay at your house? Oh, I've never been to Hawaii. My wife would love to go to Hawaii. I think that would be a lot of fun. I cannot get over your poor TV, man. Anyone having issues with super chats? Smith's Grove Sanitarium podcast. I love that. That sounds like a heck of a podcast. Can you do multiple entries? I'm not sure. Like on these past giveaways, there's some multiples in here, but usually if somebody wins and they have like 10 multiples, then I draw somebody else. But most of the entries here are just single entries, which is pretty cool. Nick Keller's at work and bored. Glad to see a live feed to check out. I'm glad that I can break up your day. It brings me a lot of happiness that I can bring a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Distraction during the workday. That's why I love doing these in the middle of the day. Hawaii is well worth it. Not Big Island, Oahu, or Maui is the best. I imagine the Big Island is probably pretty good too. I'm gonna go see the volcanoes. 720 playback video? Question mark. What do you want from me, Scott? This is my camera. When I do live, it's 720. I know it's going to be difficult to get through it, but I think we can all soldier on. How much definition, like high definition, do you really want this face to be in? Like, do you want 4K resolution? Because I can't do that. I think if I hooked up the camera and did some other things, I can get 1080. Maybe 4K. I don't know. My card was charged, but I did not see the chat. Oh, let me see. Eduardo was the last one. Let me see who you are again. Wesley Fletcher. Oh, Wes. I don't see one from you, Wes. Last one I see is Ed, and then Vinyl Joe, and then Michael. I'm sorry, Wes. I don't know. I've never had it like not work, but I've given super chats on other people's live streams before, and sometimes it's a little bit wonky. I want better sound than video. Yeah, hopefully this sounds good. This is a decent mic. It's a Shure. See, Brian Romskis says he didn't want 4K. No kidding. I wouldn't want 4K either. Old Crow's going to Maui next week. What? Worked there taking bands and fans for 20 years. Let me know if I want to. Let me know if I want to go. I can get you dialed on the Big Island or Maui. Yeah, I'd love to. I think I'm taking the kids to Disney this year though, which is terrible. I could take the whole family to probably like Jamaica. Really nice, all inclusive for what I'm paying to go to Disney. Better sound. There's Movie Junkie John. Thank you. $5. How do you feel about older RCAM receivers? I got one recently. Wondered about it versus IEMA A07. It's interesting you say that because I was looking at a Luxman receiver from 1990, and you couldn't even tell. Like if you covered up Luxman, it just looked like a old Kenwood or Pioneer. I mean, styling wise, it looked exactly like just about everything else. But it's a Luxman, right? And they were asking $200. And so I was thinking, I was a little bit interested in it. So I can't speak to like, are they good or not? The one litmus test I have is to look at the binding posts on the back of receivers, older ones. And if they're nicer looking binding posts, chances are it's probably pretty decent. But I don't have and that's a crazy way to judge if something's good or not. But if they have really good binding posts on the back, then they spend some money on it. So I don't have any feelings about older RCAM receivers, but I think it's a respected brand. So depending upon how much it is, you could get a gem. Or could poop out on you. Hey man, some of us like the ping pong balls and Nirvana. I was just using that as an example. A lot of times when I do these videos, a lot of it's hyperbole to make points. Like you got to have an opinion when you make a video, right, man? Like, and the stronger your opinion is, generally the more like engagement you get. But Personally, I don't listen to the ping pongs. Or the writing, the Japanese guy that does all that stuff. But it's cool. And if that's your thing, then go for it. But just because I say something on a video doesn't mean like I'm trying to disparage people that do like that stuff. It's just, you got to play the game. And like this, like audiophiles are full of crap. Like that video is far and away my most popular video. But you know, you got to have some strong opinions. So yeah. Hey dude, R2R or Delta Sigma DACs? Which technology conveys more real sound? I like electronic and disco music. That's difficult. There's no way I can pronounce your name. That's difficult to say because they're not all equal, right? So not all Delta Sigma DACs are the same. Not all R2R DACs are the same. So I've heard great killer Delta Sigma DACs. Actually, my reference DAC now is a Delta Sigma. Used to be a Denafrips Aries too, but I think you're safer going with a Delta Sigma DAC because I don't have a lot of experience with the R2R stuff outside of Denafrips and then some of the Schkit multi-bit stuff. But some of the Delta Sigma stuff can be screaming and kind of harsh and hard and crackly on the you're not going to hear crackly, but it's just a vibe. But I think that has more to do with the analog output stage than anything else. The DACs that I really think sound very natural are Topping E50 for an affordable one, Gishelli Labs J2, the AK, all versions, but I think the AKM version is really spectacular. Schkit Bifrost doesn't have a huge soundstage though. The Topping D90 SE is really good, but the E50 pretty much sounds the same. SU10 from SMSL, the Rome, the D300 from SMSL in the slow roll off mode sounds really natural. So yeah. Disney World or Land? World. Disney World. Mike Campbell, greetings from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, home of Lannon Kugel's beer. What years were you in the Navy? I was in from 75 to 81. I was in from 97 to 05. So you preceded me, Mr. Campbell. 97 to 05 or 05. Hey, any chance you would review a pair of Sherwin Vega XLS6 shelf speakers? I don't know. I've never talked to them. I know they have a couple of models that is going on, but the problem I think with Sherwin Vega is I just think somebody bought the name and slapped the logo on there. Hey, should we give away some speakers? Oh, we got some super chats. Lagmaster Speen, $5. What's your thoughts on using 2-channel plus a sub for movies? Oh, I love it. I want a good turntable and headphone XLR out. It seems complicated to do that with 5.1. Yeah, absolutely. And especially if you get a speaker that has kind of a wide dispersion. Like, for instance, the ELAC, you can't really get them anymore. You might be able to find them used. The ELAC B6, the first gen, they were warmer, a little bit rolled off sounding, but man, they had super wide dispersion. And if you're in the right room that's somewhat symmetrical, I remember playing them and my wife said, or I asked her, no, I think I didn't have to prompt her. She said, how many speakers are going? And I said, just 2. She's like, whoa, this sounds like surround sound. So I think if you have the right speaker, 2.1 it can be really awesome for movies. And I generally don't run a center channel. I don't have a center channel going in the living room right now. It's just, it's basically 2.2.2. So I have 2 fronts that are handling dialogue. I have 2 kind of Atmos height that are actually down, pointing up, and kind of bouncing off. And then I have 2 subs. Sounds great. Sounds great. 10 euros. Have a nice cup of coffee. Thank you, Tech Med Rainer Richter. Thank you, my friend, very much. very much. Rat boy. What up, Mark? Tardy but engaged. You are all good, my friend. All right. Speaker tier list update, please. Like Unify seems to have taken a fall. Why? What speakers around 1,000, 1,200 pair would you recommend? I think the Unify reference is good. The problem with the Unify reference is the Unify reference, the regular version, that's half the price. I actually think the regular version has a little bit more top end transparency. I feel like the Unify reference seems a little bit rolled off. But that kind of makes sense because the reference versions that Andrew Jones made are a little bit warmer. I like it. And you know what? I need to give them another try. I need to put them back up. I kind of got a little bit annoyed when the price went from $1,000 to $1,200. And especially with the debut reference at around $600. They have a similar sound. You get a bigger soundstage with the unis, but it's the price point that really bugs me on those speakers. If they were less expensive, I don't think I would have as much of an issue with them anymore. But there's some really good speakers around $1,000. I mean, the SVS Ultra bookshelf, really good. And then you have speakers from Emotiva, the B2 Plus, spectacular at $500. So, how do we enter? It's over. Actually, you could enter a few weeks ago. So what we're doing is we're mentioning the winners that entered a few weeks ago. Thank you for not calling. I knew what you meant, man. I do it all the time. I'm always typing stuff, and so I'm not a great speller either. John B, $4.99. Thank you, John B. Thank you very much. All right. Commercials on the live stream are tough to watch, but I'll survive for your benefit, Randy. Hopefully the 10th of a penny finds you well, huh? Yeah. It's the deal, man. I mean, I put out a lot of content, and I got to roll some ads through here too. I may not, so kind of trying it out. Like, if it really bothers you all, I'll take the live mid-roll ads out, but after it's posted live, I do put mid-roll ads back in. But if I want to keep growing the channel, here's the deal. Like, I try to bring free content, like as much free content as I can. And I try to put out more content than the other YouTubers. And I just want to bring as much value as I possibly can. So that's got to get paid for. And ads are the biggest way. The highest percentage of my revenue comes from ads. So yeah. Sorry, Brian. I know it's difficult. I think I gave you something though, Brian. I gave you a t-shirt. I think you're still ahead. Like, you were still ahead in this whole deal. I'm sorry. You had to soldier through that. I appreciate it though. Tony Denari bought Fluence RT81 last September, running through Sonos. Now, sacrilege. Now I want to upgrade cart to VM95ML and buy dedicated phono amp. Should I do that or step up to the 85 and iFi Zen? Other recommendations. The thing about the RT81, so 80 and 81 share the same motor structure, or same motor and the same plinth and the same feet. What I personally would have recommended, and you can't go back, right? What I personally would have recommended is you start out at the RT82, because the 82, 83, 84, 85 have the same motor, the same plinth, and the same feet. So then you could have upgraded from the 82. So yeah, my recommendation would, if you've got the budget, go to the RT85, because the Audiophile 2M Blue is a great cartridge. You get the acrylic platter, and you get the better motor and the adjustable feet. No internal phono preamp though. But yeah, and the iFi Zen is going to be great. Also, take a look at the Schitz what is it? I can't remember. Skit has a phono preamp. That's really good. The name escapes me though. Anyway, yeah. That's what I would do. Zen is really good though. Really, really good. Information is the bomb. All right. Did we miss any? Thank you, Tony. Have you had the chance to listen to High Feminine Aria? No, I have not. And do you agree with most other reviewers that it's a good all-arounder? I haven't heard it. I mean, I like the Edition XS. I love it. After you get above about $500, like my interest in headphones starts to dramatically fall off, because for me, that's just kind of like my upper end. Yeah, just like TV commercials. Yeah, again, I think with the advent of the internet, especially YouTube and stuff like that, there's an overwhelming expectation for free content, even though like free content has never existed. Even like subsidized content is paid for somehow. So, and that's cool. You want to do ad blockers. So but I mean, entertainment and information has never been free. It's kind of like newspapers now. And I'm guilty of it too. I'll click on an article and I'll be like, they'll give you the first paragraph and they'll be like, sign up for Wall Street Journal. I'm like, no, I want the article for free. But somebody had to write it. You know, somebody has to host the internet or host those sites. Somebody has to put it up. So, yeah. Anyway, if you're serious about watching YouTube videos, get YouTube Premium. And you never have to watch a commercial again. There you go. Todd Trowbridge. Okay, let's give away a speaker. Do you guys, y'all want me to give away the Noomies first, or the ones with the Schnell enclosure? Let's go. Let's see what you think. See what you think. Smash that like button. Yeah, smash it. We have 255 people on. Smash the like button. Yeah. Which one do you want? Frumsy, hey Randy, big fan, watching from Ireland. Very cool. Can you please recommend an amp that has the inputs for a record player as well as a streamer? Most integrated amps are going to have a phono stage. So you can, if your record player doesn't have a phono preamp installed, then that will cover you for that. If you do have a phono preamp installed in your record player, just go to any analog input. And then for a streamer, if your integrated amp has a optical, you can use like the Weem Mini or the Weem Pro, or most streamers have an optical out, and most streamers also have an analog out. So you would just need, at most, you would need 2 analog inputs. Now, yeah, at most you would need 2 analog inputs, one of which being a phono preamp. And most integrated amps have an integrated phono preamp. So yeah. All right. Nobody talks about Sherman Vega. Smash the like button. All right. No one's telling me what they want me to give away next, or mention the winner. You have a place to stay in the Mediterranean Sea if you come out. Wow, Brian. That's really cool. Get a Weem instead, unless the amp has blue sound. All right. Well, I'm going to make the call. We're going to give away the Noomies, the Silk 4s. Very good speaker. Very well built, too. All right. Black Eyes. There we go. No, where'd it go? Where'd the Noomies go? Noomie, here we go. All right. Go to the top. Go over here. First, I got to clear out the other random picker. I clear all these out. Delete. All right, here we go. We'll go here, there, copy. All right, here we go. Paste, pick randomly. All right. Okay, now I got to check and see if they're in the US. One moment, we're almost there. And they are in the US, in California. All right. The winner of the Numi Silk 4 is Peter Kalos with a K. Peter Kalos. Kalos is Numi Silk 4. Peter Kalos, congratulations. If you won, I will email you. So no comments. So if anybody reaches out, fingers pointing up or anything like that, please report them. Anybody that links to Telegram, anybody that looks like my mug and says, and does not just have Cheap Audio Man as their name is not me. Not me. That's not my name. Yeah. So congrats to Peter Callis at the Numi Silk 4s. Are SACD players worth anything in 2023? Where can I buy such discs? Oh, this is a Mark Cochran question. You can just look up SACDs. Most Sony, even like Blu-ray players, Ultra HD Blu-ray players, will also play SACD because SACD was partially created by Sony. So yeah, you don't have to get like a dedicated CD player. If you want like a high-end CD player, then you can. But hey, you can run down to Best Buy right now, buy $150, $200 Ultra Blu-ray player, and it'll play SACDs. Sony one. Well, Feliciano, how about a tease on an upcoming video? What is up next? That's about as teasy as it gets. I like this thing a lot. I have to do, so I've been doing just the regular listening to it. I haven't done a direct comparison with anything else. So I haven't A-B'd it, but on its own, it's a blast. Really good. Greetings from New York. Greetings to you. Having a DAC is critical. It can actually increase volume and sound greatly versus a real cheap one, from my experience. Yeah, DAC is really, if you're into digital music, even a modestly priced DAC from a reputable company is going to make a pretty big improvement on your music clarity for sure. Here we go. Mark says SACD discs are widely available on Discogs. There you go. Speakers. We just gave away the Numis, Peter Kalos and Christopher Creech. Christopher Creech won the Black Ice Audio amp. Christopher Kalos won the Numi Silk 4s. What do I think about Apple lossless music? I think it's great. I don't have Apple Music anymore, so I haven't really listened to it as far as like, is it sound better or anything? But I think it's great that these companies are going lossless. Is Spotify still not lossless? Because they said like 2 years ago they were going lossless, and I think maybe they're just like, if we never talk about it again, people will forget that we said we're going lossless. Anyway, so Amazon Music's been lossless for ever, not ever, but like they were the first ones to kind of go outside. They were like one of the first mainstream outside of Tidal and Qobuz, Deezer maybe, to go lossless or high res. And then Apple followed suit, and Apple just like turned it on, like no fanfare, no nothing. It's just, hey, we're lossless now, which I thought was kind of cool. You know, sometimes Apple can be a bit obnoxious with stuff, but the way that they handled their lossless music was really cool. They just were like, hey, by the way, it's lossless. I don't even think they upcharged anything. I think it was the same price. I thought that was really cool. Absolutely sounds amazing. Spring pollen where you are. Yeah. The good thing is I don't have like any bad allergies, but there's yellow like in between. Spotify's gaslighting. Um, like in between car washes, like it looks like someone exploded. It looks like somebody tinted flour yellow and then just dumped 10 tons of it into the air, just like everywhere. How can I win? How can I win something? The giveaways, the signups were from a few weeks back. So this is, I think we're going to be doing more and more giveaways because these are fun. So just subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and then I'll mention in certain videos there'll be a giveaway and there'll be a form to fill out and things like that, and then you can win something. Philippe Fassi, 10 R's. Thank you. Hi, Randy from Brazil. I like your videos. I have Polk speakers in the front, HTS 12, ES 20, S35. I'm thinking about buying 2 pairs of OWM 3s for the back. Should it be a good option for the roof? Let me make sure, but I think I have a pair of those, and I think they're. I don't know what I just did. I double clicked on it. Oh, there we go. Let me check which one that is, because if it's the one I'm thinking about, I have those in my living room. OSW3, is that what it was? OWM3. Oh. Yeah, those are it, man. Those are awesome. They have 0 bass though. So whatever you use them for, make sure that you cross them over probably around 120 hertz. 0 bass, but they are clean as a whistle as far as how they sound. And I use them all of the time in like height, Atmos settings and things like that. So don't use them for fronts. I wouldn't even use them for surrounds, but for height speakers, Atmos speakers, I think they're great. And I've had a pair for, man, probably 10 years. I always use them. They're always somewhere. Lagmaster Speen, $5. Thank you. I have some headphones I'd be interested in hearing your opinion on. T60 Argons and Phil phone. Do you have watchers send headphones to try? Occasionally. I don't often take things from viewers anymore, though. And it's not because I don't appreciate it. I really do. The problem is that viewers and patrons have sent me things, and it has a tendency to hang out for a while. And when I'm talking for a while, I'm talking about 3 months, sometimes 4 months. And I don't think that's fair to you. And even when I kind of lay the expectation that it's going to take a while for me to get to this, sometimes I just don't end up getting to it for whatever reason. And that kind of, regardless of whether people say they understand or not, I think that kind of builds hurt feelings. And I don't want to do that to somebody. And I don't think it's fair to somebody. So absolutely respect and appreciate it. But right now I'm not really taking anything from viewers because I don't like doing that to people. And if it's something that like if it's something that's like got a ton of interest and I can kind of move things around, then maybe. But right now, I mean, I would love it, but what happens is things get put somewhere, and I'm in the process of really doing it clean in here, but things will get put somewhere and then it'll get a box put on it and then I'll forget about it. So yeah, but I really appreciate it. T60, I think Argons are like incredible. So I don't know if I could say anything more about the Argons because I think everybody loves those things. Any chance I'm reviewing the Modi Plus? Yes, I certainly am. All right, let's do the last speaker. So this is the speaker from Crane, and I don't think you can get these anymore. So, and they're good speakers, very good home theater speakers. And if you have a subwoofer, great music speakers too. All right, we're going to close this one out. Save that. All right. That is the new me. We're going to close that one out. We're going to save that. I have my other monitor and it's right behind my camera. And I need to move my monitor because I've got a big TV up here. Literally never use it. So I have a TV on the wall. And I could use that as a monitor, but I think I need to take that down and move my monitors up. All right. So this is for the XSG XLR7. Okay. So first I need to clear out the random picker. Delete. Then I need to go here and here. Copy that. Come over here. Paste that. Pick a random winner. And the winner is, all right, now I need to go over here and make sure they're in the US. All right. And the winner is another California resident. Yep. The winner is Nick Georgiadis. Nick Georgiadis. You have won. Georgiadis. You have won the Crane stereo and home theater speakers in the Snell enclosures. Beautiful speakers, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful speakers. All right. So congratulations to Christopher Creech, Peter Kalos, and Nick Georgiadis. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Congrats, Nick. Yay. This is fun. I cannot wait to do some, I think I've still got some things we can give away too. I need to go through kind of the boxes. I think there's some other stuff we can give away too. So I think this is going to be just kind of a reoccurring thing. We're just going to be constantly doing giveaways, which I think is fun. A lot of fun. I was shooting a sponsored spot for somebody today, and I got to work on that. I got to edit it. Sponsored vids are cool, man, because they really help out the channel, but they're also, some are really particular about what you say, and you have to say it just right, and then you send it to them, and then they send you back, and they want changes made, and the worst one ever was, and this was early on in the channel, and I'll never do it again, but LG sponsored, and I'm talking about the LG, like the refrigerator, the TV. Anyway, they made a Bluetooth speaker, kind of a cool Bluetooth speaker. But they gave me all these talking points, and I nailed the talking points. Like first draft, I nailed them, used all the stuff they wanted me to use. And I had like, I'm not making this up, probably about 6 US LG lawyers, and then probably 6 Korean LG lawyers, and then like the PR company, the PR people for them. I mean, I was directly working with LG. And most of the time when I do sponsorships, I'm working through an intermediary, but I was straight to LG. They changed that video 4 or 5 times. And then I did what they wanted me to say. And then they're like, well, we need you to take that out. And then I took that out, and they're like, well, we kind of want you to put this stuff back in. And I was so mad. And I remember and they weren't paying me a ton for that video. And I knew it was going to bomb too, because it's a Bluetooth speaker. So I knew probably nobody was going to watch it anyway, in relatively speaking. And I remember doing it and being so annoyed. And it was being like on the 5th draft of it, because I did it all in one shot, right? So I'm wearing a shirt. So if you go back and do reshoots, you need to kind of get the lighting just right, get the positioning just right. And then I just looked down and I remember I wore a gray shirt on the original. And I looked down, I was wearing a gray shirt. I'm like, I am doing this and I'm done. And I said to him, this is your last, this is your last draft. This is what I'm going with. So anyway, never doing that again. Never, ever, ever. I also did a full video for Soundcore, which was okay. I mean, I do like Soundcore products, the IEMs and stuff, but they're more of a pain than anything else. But short sponsored spots for like a minute for like Squarespace or, God forbid, Kamikoto knives or something like that. Those are pretty good. And some people are super cool. They just want you to have fun. So I like that one. Yeah, don't see one on this video. I'm not sure what that means. Is there any carbonite used in the acoustical suspension KLH5 speakers? There's got to be. I think there's carbonite, definitely carbonite used. I enjoy the keep spot. Oh, I had fun with the keep spot where you were 2 people and one guy broke into your house. Yes. Looked like it was a lot of it was a little bit of work. I figured it out though. I think I could do them faster now. And towards the end of the year, more people get in because the ad budgets, towards the end of the year, people have more money to spend. So I'll probably have a lot more sponsors, but I don't know how, because some people are really cool and they let me just kind of do my thing and be funny. Some people want a straight up just sponsor spot. And this is the first time I've worked with these folks. So I don't know like how far I can push it. So I'm doing pretty much a straight sponsored spot. But I am hoping that I get some opportunities to kind of do some fun stuff. I know Squarespace would let me do Squarespace. I'm working with all year. So I know Squarespace would let me do some cool stuff, pretty much whatever I wanted. So I might have some fun with some Squarespace. The problem is a lot of people, and I'm just venting about sponsorships, which I'm very grateful for. But the problem is some sponsored some companies want the entire video and then they want to like approve that. And a lot of times they want changes. And a lot of times they can't turn it around very quickly. So 2-3 days. And the way that the way I run my channel is I shoot a video, I edit it, and then I post it generally the next day. So I'll have to shoot a video and then I'll have to send it over and then I'll have to wait 2 or 3 days for it to get approved. Squarespace is pretty cool, but there's a lot of other companies that just allow me to send them the sponsored spot. So just that bit. And then they'll give me an approval. This one, I've got to send them the spot. They get approval from the brand. And then I've got to put it into a video and then send it to them. So I got to work out like, hey, I'll do it this way, but you need to kind of turn this thing around in a couple hours. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Douglas Hernan, $20. Thank you. Thank you so much, Douglas. That helps support the channel. John Shepler, I need to get a fern company to sponsor you so we can get a Between Two Fern like video again. That would be fun. We should try to figure out and do something like that at Expona. All right. What time is it? It's about 10:59. All right. If you guys have anything else, we got about a minute, and then I got to run. I got some things to do. I got to see a man about a horse. Did you Gary D super chat? No, probably not. Let me go back up here. I have some speakers. Okay. Philippe, Iranian from Brazil. Gary D. XLR to RCA cable or single-ended. What's the difference? XLR to RCA cable. Well, it depends. So with an XLR cable, you have two signals. So if it's coming out of an XLR source, there are two signals. On an RCA cable, there's only one signal. So XLR is two signals, one ground. RCA is one signal, one ground. Is that just the question? So with an XLR, if it's a true balanced source input or whatever, you have two signals, but those signals are 180 degrees out of phase. And then what you're hearing is the difference between that. So what happens is if there's distortion introduced, it'll be introduced into both signals. And since what you're hearing is the difference between those signals, in theory, that distortion is basically canceled out. So that is the difference between XLR and RCA, or balanced and single-ended. However, that is widely used in professional audio when there's hundreds of feet of cable running along, going everywhere with a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. I have heard slight differences between balanced and single-ended sonically. The biggest difference, though, is voltage differences. So XLR generally has a 4-volt output. So 4 volts going into an amplifier versus 2 volts from an RCA going into an amplifier, you're just getting a louder signal. So the 4-volt signal will be louder because it's a higher level of voltage going in. I don't necessarily think XLR is necessary in home stereo applications. I do think you can hear differences in headphone applications, but they're very slight. At least that's been my experience. But one thing about XLR is if you have it, it is very convenient. And the cables tend to just lay better for me. They're easier to switch in and out. So I do use XLR balanced cables quite a bit if I have the option, and a lot of my equipment does have balanced, just out of pure convenience. And the cables are usually easier to work with. Gary, I hope that answered your question. All right. Well, I don't see any other super chats. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for jumping in on this a little bit earlier. My afternoon is a little bit busy today, so I wasn't going to be able to fit it in this afternoon. So I figured we'd do it early. Congrats to all the winners. Christopher Creech won the Black Ice Audio Amplifier. Peter Callos won the Numi Silk 4s. And Nick Georgiadis won the Crane speakers. I will be reaching out to all of you via email, not through comments or chats or anything like that on here. If you do see someone that is impersonating me, go ahead and report them. Mine will just say Cheap Audio Man. I won't use I never use emojis in my responses. Never ask you to send me money. And I'm never going to tell you you've won anything in my comments. Okay. Scammers. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making my dreams come true. Have a great week. More videos to come. Good day. Good day. Have a great